What's up everyone, back with another video after about 6 months of not posting anything. Everything that I've got to go through today I've actually had probably in the last 6 months since the last video. I just never got around to making another one since the last one. It's just been so busy, I'm completely out of space. I can't even be picking anything up at the minute, only small bits here and there. But all of this stuff that I've got here is a couple of boxes worth of stuff. I'm not going to go through the consoles that came with it. I've got a couple of stacks of games to go through, and a few that I just picked up in Computer Exchange. So where I got all of this stuff from was from a friend of mine who've known for quite some time. We used to go drinking together and all that stuff. Messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey, are you still looking for games, or are you still collecting, blah 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 blah. I've got loads of stuff that I'm getting rid of, having a bit of a clear out. Do you want it? So I was like, yeah, sure, expecting like one tiny little box or a box full, and I've ended up with like 2 boxes and a bag full of games, controllers, and consoles. So I'm going to go through the stacks of games, but the consoles that I got were a PS1, Xbox 360 and a PS3, which is like sick. I've already got all of them, so I'll think of something to do with them at some point. But what I was interested in is a lot of the ones that I've gone through them, I do have some of them, but there's some that I did need that I didn't have, or some that I didn't even know about, so they're going to go straight into the collection. So I'm going to start with this smaller stack of games which I've got from Computer Exchange. Every now and then when I've gone to the high street, I just pop in to see if there's anything cheap that I don't have that I can get. So like just off the top one is 50p, like £2, £3, £1, like, so these are just ones like fillers that I don't have that I can just put in the collection. So the first one is on the PlayStation 2 is Robot Warlords. I'd never seen this before, and it is one that I don't have, so that's one that's going straight in. I've got for the PlayStation 3 Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest, which is another one that I didn't have. My PS3 collection is really small, it's not something I really collect for, but I hadn't seen that before, so I picked it up. Next I got for £2 Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings for the Nintendo Wii. I never knew that was a game. I probably walked past it or scrolled past it so many times in Computer Exchange, but I didn't have that, so I got that. The next was Warhammer Battle March for the Xbox 360. I paid £4 for this. I hadn't seen it before, so while I was in Computer Exchange it was the only one that was there, so I picked it up. Next on the PlayStation 2 I paid £1 for is Ants Extreme Racing, so the movie Ants. I'd never seen this before, but I didn't have it, so I picked it up because it's only £1. The next for the PlayStation 2 is Kill Switch, which I paid £2 for. I'd never seen this before. It feels quite heavier than all of the other games. Next, again on the PlayStation 2, An American Tail. And lastly, from the Computer Exchange pile is XCOM Enemy Unknown, which I paid £1 for on the Xbox 360. So all of these, after this video, I'll probably file straight away into the Xbox 360 collection, PS2 and Wii. Although I've running out of so much space, and I just don't know where I'm going to put half of these the next games. Although I've got loads of these already, there are still some that I needed, and some like variants of titles that I have but don't have that other variant. So there's a couple of PC that I'll start off with. I don't collect for PC really, but you know, I won't turn down free games when they're offered to me. But I do have a hard copy PC collection. I just don't ever play them. So I've got Total War Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai for PC, Crisis Maximum Edition, Red Orchestra 2 Heroes of Stalingrad, and Diablo 2, which I do already have on PC. So there's a few PC ones there. Next, one of my favourite ones from this pickup, and just looking at how cheap it is. When this was Game Station, it used to be open. They went into liquidation in the UK, and they're not around anymore. But 4 for £20 or £7 each. So this is Silent Hill 2, the special 2-disc set. So this would have been £7.99 at the time, and now if you want this, it's a lot more money, either online or in like a Computer Exchange. So I didn't actually have this for PS2, so really happy to see that in there. Really happy to see it, because I normally keep my eye out for games like this like at boot sales or whatever. It's so hard. They're normally so hard to come by. So for one to come to me from a pickup like this, or from a friend sending me loads of stuff, is super cool. Happy with that. Next, I've got the Witcher 2, sorry, Assassins of Kings for the PC, which has got the game guide and all of the other good bits with it. So there's that. I've got, oh my god, there's so many, a few bunches. Just looking at some of these, I can see that I've definitely already got a few of these. So on the original Xbox, I've got Blinx the Time Sweeper. I don't even know where I can put these. Let's chuck them in there for now. For the Xbox 360 Prey, I did actually really enjoy this when I first played it. I do already have Prey. Guitar Hero Metallica, which I don't actually think I have for Guitar Hero. I may well do, but I can't see it from where I'm sitting, so we'll have to see. For the original Xbox FIFA Street, I remember when this came out, everyone at school was so like excited by this. I didn't play it that much, but I don't think I have it on the original Xbox FIFA Street. Next on the Xbox 360 is Lost Planet Extreme Edition, which I do have a couple of copies of. I think one's sealed. Next, with no out cover art, but it's got the it looks like it's got the book in there, is Armed and Dangerous for the original Xbox, which I do think I have. Alien Breach Trilogy for Xbox 360 Arcade. I'd never seen this before. I'd never heard of it before. And I didn't realise that there would have been a hard copy of it, so that's pretty cool to have. I've never seen that before. Next for the original Xbox is Max Payne, which I do have. Next on Xbox 360 is Hitman Blood Money. Really fun game. Next for the original Xbox, Conquer Live and Reloaded. Next for the Xbox 360 is Overlord, which I did start playing a couple of years ago before the pandemic and then stopped, but I did actually really enjoy that. I was having quite good fun. Next is Grand Theft Auto 4 Episodes from Liberty City. So that is The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony, which I paid the DLC for at the time when they came out. But I don't think I finished it on Lost and Damned, so maybe I'll go back over that. Next for the PC is The Elder Scrolls Skyrim, which I do have on PC already. Next on Xbox 360 is a Guitar Hero game I definitely know I have because I absolutely blasted it out, is Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. Had so much fun playing that. Next is Halo 3 for the Xbox 360, and then Brutal Legend for the Xbox 360, which again I also have. So that's another stack there. Ooh. Next for the Xbox 360 with the Kinect sensor is Defiance, which is one that I do think I have. My favourite game of all time, Gears of War for the Xbox 360. I know it's not the best game ever, but for me it is. No one can tell me different. So I remember playing this, where would it be in this time? December 2006 when I first got this, when I got my first Xbox 360, and I could not stop playing this game. Still have it now, all these years after. Next for the Xbox 360 is Just Cause 2, which I definitely have. Another copy of XCOM Enemy Unknown, this time for the PC. Another copy of Grand Theft Auto 4, what was it? The Episodes of Liberty City. Bionic Commando for the Xbox 360. The Darkness for the Xbox 360. Project Zero for the original Xbox, which is one that I don't have. Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End for Xbox 360. PGR 4 for the Xbox 360, and Dead Island Riptide for the Xbox 360. So, just again, all of these games I did not pay anything for. These were kindly given to me by a friend who he's after a PS4 controller, so I will give him a PS4 controller for all of these bits, and I'll probably slip him some booze at the same time, just because there's a lot here. He's quite a good friend of mine. Yeah, and he didn't ask for anything. So, oh, I've just dropped a bunch. So next, I've got Halo 3 ODST, which I already have. For the original Xbox, Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow. I think I end up, anytime I pick up a stack of original Xbox games, this seems to be in there. Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. For the original Xbox, Metal Arms glitch in the system. I had never seen this before, but there's that. And another 2 PC games. So the complete collections of Warhammer Dawn of War and Dawn of War 2. So yeah, I probably won't play them, but they'll just be nice to sit on a PC shelf, I suppose, when I eventually get space to be able to do a PC shelf, because at the minute all of the console stuff takes up all the space. And like I said earlier, there is not much space left in this room at the moment for any new games, any new anything. Right, let's see if I can get as many of these stacked here just to go through, so I don't have to keep bending down, because that's not ideal. Oh. Right, so next stack. Maximo Army of Zin for the PlayStation 2. Headhunter Redemption for the PlayStation 2, which I know I definitely have. There's a game here that I hadn't seen before for the PS2, which is Hunter the Reckoning Wayward. It looks quite fun actually by the bits on the back, so probably give that a go. Monster Hunter 3 for the Nintendo Wii. Alone in the Dark for the PlayStation 2. Deus Ex for the PlayStation 2. Psyops Mindgate Conspiracy for the PlayStation 2. Freedom Fighters for the PlayStation 2. Mortal Kombat for Xbox 360. It feels like there's nothing in there, so that could be in one of the consoles. Star Wars Racer Revenge for the PS2. I've got Primal the Collector's Edition for the PlayStation 2. It's like a nice foil like glow. Zone of Enders, the second runner for the PlayStation 2. I'd never heard of this before. And then Giants Citizen Kabuto for the PlayStation 2, which I again had never heard of before. So that's that stack. Oh, nearly dropped them. Next stack, GTA 5 for 360. Mass Effect for the Xbox 360. Burnout Paradise for the Xbox 360. Original Xbox Halo Combat Evolved. Had this X amount of times as well, every time I get Xbox games. The Legendary Edition of Skyrim for the Xbox 360. I think I have this copy. I have so many copies of Skyrim, I don't know what ones are what anymore. But I will check. I've got Vex for the original Xbox. And I've got Warhammer Space Marine, which I did play for about 5 minutes and then got bored. I've got Ride to Hell Retribution for the Xbox 360. One of the biggest letdowns for playing online in my favourite series, but I did still enjoy the story. Gears of War Judgment and Batman Arkham Asylum for the Xbox 360. The last couple here. So I have Darksiders 2 for the Xbox 360. The limited edition version of Dark Souls for the Xbox 360, and Mass Effect 2 again for the Xbox 360. So Xbox 360 is literally my favourite console of all time, mainly because of, Gears of War is on there, and I played it out so much throughout my late teens and early 20s. But like my favourite series, so the Fable 2 and 3 being on there, and obviously Gears of War, but it's the biggest collection I have, I think. I don't know how many games I've got in my 360 collection, but I've got quite a few. So it's getting harder and harder to pick up games for 360 because I've got most of the ones that you would see in somewhere like Computer Exchange or wherever. So the last two games are Gears of War 2 Limited Edition and Gears of War 3, the Limited Collector's Edition, where you get the Coalition medal. So I loved Gears of War 2 when this came out. I still think Gears of War 1 was better for online, maybe just because it had so much of attachment to it, but Horde mode on Gears 2 I had so much fun playing. And then again Gears 3, any game in the series, and I will be telling you that they're the best games ever. So that's it for all of the games. There's like another box full of like cables, controllers, microphones and stuff like that, which I'm just not going to bother going through just because it's all tangled up and stuff. But there's the 360 PS3, PS1 sat there as well. All of the cables controllers look like they're in the box. So it's just another instance where just talking and posting on my Instagram a bit about collector games, and I've ended up with another bunch of games like this, with some games that I've never heard of before that I've definitely not got, and having like the Silent Hill 2 there, where it's been. I wouldn't see it if I see it in the shop and it's expensive. I'm not going to pick it up because I don't want to be paying that much money for it. But so someone reaching out and being, I've got this stuff I'm getting rid of because they know I collect games is brilliant. The thing for me at the minute is just the space. With that haul that I picked up last year, where I drove to Norwich, got all of those the box Nintendo stuff. Like I have no space to put any of that at the minute. So I need a bit of a clear out, and I think I'm gonna have to get rid of some standees to be able to put more shelf space in. Because I am running out of space, so I definitely can't pick up any more consoles at the minute until I sort some bits out. So maybe that will be the next video at some point. Will be once all this is cleared out and it's tidy and everything's filed away properly. Just maybe a small room tour early into next year, but we'll see. But for now, definitely I cannot pick anything up for a while until I get this tidy, because it's difficult to move around. It's difficult to even get into this room because of boxes at the doorway. So once all of that's sorted out, and maybe if we get the stuff filed away properly, I'll be able to then do another video of any other pickups. But since this, I've not really been picking stuff up just because of that sole reason of the space. And storage, getting a storage unit is so expensive. It's a rip-off for the sizes you get. So I need to really figure out what and where I'm going to be doing with some of this stuff, because even downstairs, there's all the stuff I've got for sale is like taking up so much space. So I need to make sure that I'm getting rid of some stuff soon, because yeah, otherwise I'm gonna be like that hoarder woman where she's stuck amongst all of her bits in her house, and I can't be doing that. So yeah. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed some of the titles there. All again picked up for free from a really kind friend of mine. So really happy with this whole pickup. Now I need to file it all away. So hopefully we'll be able to see you soon with either more pickups or at least a room tour once all of this is tidy up. So have a Merry Christmas and peace out.